In this episode, we'll discover why wolves howl, how they develop this skill, and how they communicate with each other in more mysterious ways. One of the things wolves are known for is howling. Oh! Of course, this conjures up the classic image of a wolf howling at the moon. But howling is simply their way of communicating with each other. Although wolf-bloods don't howl when in human form, they do have similar abilities which are equally as impressive. When Maddie found out that an ancient wolf-blood ability, Eolas, had been kept from her by her mum and dad, she ran away. And when her parents joined forces with Rhydian and tracked her to the woods the next day, she used a handy wolf-blood way of speaking to them from a distance to avoid being found.
Stop! Traitor! You're supposed to be on my side, our side.
Maddie, you don't know what you're doing.
No, you don't know what you're doing helping them. This is who we are. This is what we're meant to be.
Maddie, listen to me.
No, you listen. You lied to us. You knew about Eolas and withheld it from us. You withheld me birthright.
I'm sorry. It's my fault. Come out, we'll talk about it.
That's all you ever do, talk, to control and manipulate us.
Maddie, that's not true.
How would you know? She's got you under the thumb as well.
Don't talk to your father like that. Everything this man does, he does for you.
Man? He's not supposed to be a man. He's supposed to be a wolf blood.
You don't understand, Maddie. Eolas is dangerous. It's addictive.
More lies. Eolas is our birthright, and I'll use it how I please.
Well, that's just it. You're not using it, Maddie, it's using you.
Come and get us then.
Maddie! Wait!
So in the same way that Maddie could be heard over a distance, wolves can hear other wolves' howls from miles away. This type of long-distance communication is amazing. The shape of the muzzle actually amplifies the sound further, sort of like a megaphone. By projecting in this way, your message gets louder! But like any other kind of skill, it takes time to develop. So where does it all begin? For the first 2 weeks of their lives, wolf pups are actually completely deaf. But they still make lots of noise so their mum knows where they are and can avoid hurting or squashing them by accident. As they get older, they squeal, scream and yelp before they learn to make more grown-up sounds like whines and barks. They start to join in with the daily howl from as early as 3 weeks old. But it's after 6 months that they really find their voice and sound just like an adult wolf. A wolf's howl can travel up to 6 miles through thick forest and up to 10 miles over open terrain. The key to it travelling this incredible distance is its deep sound. High-frequency sounds bounce off objects easily or get absorbed by trees and rocks, but sounds with a low frequency, like a wolf howl, can make it through. So a long, deep howl is more likely to travel further. For the best howl, wolves position themselves on high, open ground and throw the sound upwards so that it carries over the mountains and valleys. And to really turn up the volume, wolves howl together. But why do they need this amazing communication tool, and what do they use it for? It all comes down to a wolf pack's lifeline, its territory. Having their own patch of land allows them to protect their family, guard fresh kills and have the best access to potential prey. But the size of their territory can be vast, extending for hundreds of square miles over changing terrain, so they need their impressive howl to reach as far as possible to cover these areas. The The sound of wolves howling in chorus is truly remarkable. Each pack creates a different sound, and the meaning of the message will depend on whether they know them or not. To a packmate who's lost, the howl could mean, "We're here, where are you?" But to rival packs, a howl is a warning. Beware, this is our patch. Howling together makes a pack sound bigger and more formidable, so it's often a pretty successful way for them to defend their territory, because it warns off rivals from a distance. However, if another pack replies, then it means they're prepared to hold their ground and remain where they are. A standoff begins. But in order to avoid conflict, one pack will eventually fall silent and retreat from the area. So with these communication skills, it makes sense that Maddie's parents could hear her even though they didn't know where she was hiding. Also, Wolfbloods have one other incredible communication ability that doesn't use sound at all. Focus on my eyes.
Okay.
Okay, don't get all creepy on me, just relax, breathe. Mum told me that the Wildbloods call it Eolas. She said you can't just look, you have to feel. Feel what's under you, feel what's around you. And if you can, you'll connect to your oldest instincts, your primal nature, and then you'll know what Eolas is.
Shh. I'm trying to focus here.
Are you okay?
I can see everything. Hear everything. This is amazing.
Eolas is a supernatural ability that Wolfbloods can have fun with, and also use to keep in touch with each other. Although wolves don't use Eolas, they do have ways of communicating with each other without making sound, which are just as incredible. Body language is very important to the social hierarchy of wolves. Each pack has a dominant male and a dominant female called alphas. The alphas are the only wolves in a pack that will breed and have pups, and to keep this position amongst the other wolves, they use a variety of different signals. When a wolf wants to remind the others that it's the top dog, it stands tall and holds its head and tail high in the air. This dominant behaviour sends a clear message to show that they are a high-ranking member of the pack. Fellow pack members will show they understand these signals by crouching low to the ground with their tails tucked between their legs, a sign of submission and that they know who's the boss. A submissive wolf will lick the muzzle of another wolf and sometimes deliberately expose its belly. It's pretending to be a puppy. Doing this brings out the parental nature of the dominant wolf and makes them less aggressive. This range of behaviour shows that they're not going to cause trouble and their presence is not a threat. All this body language is really important when it comes to feeding. The wolves watch each other closely and are constantly reading the signs. The breeding pair need and will get the first pick of the food. Lower-ranking wolves must wait their turn. But sometimes a lower-ranking wolf gets too pushy. The higher-ranking wolves respond by snarling and baring their teeth. And if these reminders don't work, the alphas will quickly put the troublemakers back in their place. Wolves are masters of communication. Using body language, they're able to maintain hierarchy and order within the pack. What's more, their impressive howl gives them the ability to communicate over great distances, allowing them to warn off rivals and reunite with family and friends. Ow! In the same way, Wolfbloods use their heightened sense of awareness to help them avoid danger and find each other in times of need.
Rhydian, calm down. Don't let on that you can hear me.
How did you find me?
A true wolf blood can always find their kin.